Hello and welcome to another episode of VoiceBox. Some of you guys may have noticed that Orna is not here today, so I think I should give her a call and find out where she is. It's ringing.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Orna. So I am in the studio and I noticed that you weren't here.
Well, you wanted me to take journalism seriously, so I've come to the newspaper to find out more about print journalism.
Okay, well, I guess that I'll just have to present the show myself today. Good luck. Bye.
Alright, bye.
So, as Orna mentioned, today's show is about journalism and writing. Journalism is becoming very, very important in our daily lives. Journalists provide up-to-date and accurate information that we can access instantly through the internet and the television. I have met a lot of interesting journalists here in Mongolia that report on national and international affairs. So I thought the best place to start looking into journalism would be a TV studio, since that's where we are right now. So let's see what we can find out. So now I'm joined by Alex, who is a volunteer journalist working for Mongolian television. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, thanks Andrew. I'm a journalism student who's flown all the way over from Australia to work at a Mongolian TV station. I've been here for a couple of weeks now, so I'm still kind of settling in, but it's been heaps of fun so far. I've been able to shadow the other journalists and translate some of the stories, edit some of the translated stories here at the station, and I'm hoping to get into maybe some news presenting as well. So yeah, it's been really good fun so far.
This is Gambayar and we are in the programme room, and he's going to introduce his work and himself. So why do you think television journalism is an important thing for Mongolia?
Because, Mongolia's democracy is just 20 years was to change the regime, and it will be helpful for Mongolia's democracy, Mongolia's development. We should learn from the other liberal democracies and other foreign nations. Yeah, it will be very helpful for Mongolians too. Yeah.
What goes on in here?
Well, behind me here is the newsroom where all the journalists work during the day. They're always popping in and out depending on what their stories are. Here they write up their scripts for the stories as well before they move into the editing room.
Are you working on anything at the moment?
Yes, at the moment I'm working on some of the scripts that have been translated into English. So I'll basically read through those and edit them, hopefully for an English speaking program.
And finally, do you have any advice for some of our viewers at home who may be aspiring television journalists?
Sure, be passionate about what you want to do, try and get as much experience as possible, perhaps maybe apply for an internship at a TV station. Also, I think it's really helpful to watch the news every night, watch the presenters, watch how they present the news, listen to how they write, and yeah, I think that'll be really helpful.
Okay, so thank you for coming on the show, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what other ways can journalists distribute their work for us to learn more about situations that are going on? Well, through newspapers, of course. Newspapers have been around for about 500 years, and here in Mongolia there are several daily newspapers all printing articles that affect your lives. There are even some in the English language. I am glad that Orna has shown so much enthusiasm for her assignment this week, but I do hope that she has enough time to show us the daily life of a newspaper journalist.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Scott Houston. He's going to tell us more about print journalism.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us more about what you do?
Well, I was the editor for the UB Post, and now I write a column for the UB Post. And I wrote a lot of articles for the UB Post as the editor as well. Before that, I was with City Night magazine, and I was the editor there as well. But basically, being an editor at City Night encompassed actually writing the whole English half of the magazine. And then after I stopped doing that, I still contributed articles to them, one or two an issue.
What do you think is the importance of print journalism in Mongolia?
Well, I think it's significant because Mongolia is one of the only bastions of democracy in all of Asia. And it's a pseudo-democracy, but it still functions as a genuine democracy. The elections are legitimate and people are active in the process of democracy. For example, the demonstrations at the square. And in order to move that process along, it requires journalism, and media and print journalism is included in that. For example, in China, where it's communist, the government is constantly suppressing what the print people have to say, what media has to say, and they're always at odds. But here, it's actually part of the democratic process. And the great thing about Mongolia that I really admire, and probably the biggest thing that I admire about Mongolia, is the fantastic freedom of speech that we enjoy here in Mongolia. And I think that stems back from ancient times, even Genghis Khan's day, where they expressed religious tolerance in a time when nobody else expressed religious tolerance. And also Mongolia wandered around and borrowed a lot of things from a lot of different cultures. And so expressing your idea freely and creatively has always been part of the culture here. And allowing people to express themselves and to pray any way that they want to pray has always been part of the culture here. And I think it's really helps print journalism. Yes, that's why I think it's significant.
So can you show us around?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
So where are we now? What does everyone can do?
Okay, well this is the UB Post office right here. And if you come around, I can introduce you to everybody and show you what they all do. But this is where it all comes together, right here in this little room. Okay. All right, and this, the back of this person's head is Gunna. Okay, you can see she's very busy. She can't turn her head. It's impossible. And but she mainly does sports. And over here, and this is Nasa, and basically she does all the entertainment style news. And over here, if we can move over here, this is Sam. And Sam does some of his own articles and also some of the more political type news. And this here is the graphics girl, and this keypad here has done amazing things. This little mouse pad right here has experienced amazing. She's like a magician. The way she moves things around, and you wouldn't believe the stuff that she can do and how fast that she can do it. It's remarkable. But she is responsible for the whole look of the newspaper. This here is the Onodur office. These are the offices of the great Onodur newspaper. And the Onodur newspaper is the flagship of the entire company. It's owned by Mr. Altai. And here is where they put together all the news. Here they actually have a news desk. So they actually generate the news from here. And then actually what happens with the UB Post is we have translators that translate the news from Mongolian into English. And then I take that mess and put it into understandable, fluent English. And contribute some articles as well as Samia contributes articles, and then boom, we have the UB Post.
Hey, so what is this?
Well, this is